Greek philosophers debated a seemingly simple, trivial problem. The question was, is the road from Athens to Thebes the same as the road from Thebes to Athens? A simplistic answer to this would be to say, of course they're the same road. It's the same asphalt. It's the same towns. Or it's the same dirt and rocks and cobblestones. This simplistic answer does not appreciate, however, a subtlety in the question. The road from Athens to Thebes is a road that goes northwest predominantly, and after leaving the starting point, first passes through the town Mandra. The road from Thebes to Athens is predominantly in a southeast direction, and this road passes first through the town of Vagia. So, are the roads the same? Aristotle would solve the problem by saying the road from Athens to Thebes is materially the same as the road from Thebes to Athens. In other words, the same dirt and rocks and cobblestones, asphalt, same towns. However, it is formally a different road. This is an important distinction, the formal difference, and this distinction solves the problem. There are two directions for acquiring knowledge of the world, much like the road from Athens to Thebes is different from the road from Thebes to Athens. Because each of these directions for acquiring knowledge, although proceeding along a road that's materially the same, begins from a different starting point. First, our knowledge can start with a complicated sense object. And such a starting point has the advantage of being certain, the disadvantage of being confused. By confused, we mean this. Think of the etymology of the word. It comes from the Latin preposition cum, which means together, and the verb fundere, to mix. Confusus, or confundere, is to mix things together. Our knowledge of the world starts out confused because there are a myriad of details that are mixed together in our understanding. This complex world presents itself to the senses at once, in a mixed way. There's a second place that we can start knowledge. We could start with what's extremely simple. Such a beginning has the advantage of being clear and precise. Unfortunately, it is partial and incomplete. Knowledge of simple things is precise because there are so few details to mix together in a simple object. Our mind can easily tease it apart and comprehend it, wrap itself totally around the simple. If our knowledge begins with the complex object that presents itself to sense, we can start from that Athens and move to the Thebes of simple things. This process is called analysis. We start with the complicated sense object, where our knowledge is holistic, but necessarily vague and confused. Then we break it down into its simple parts. One could also start with the simple and moving in the opposite direction towards Athens. Starting with the simple and building up to the complex whole. When we start with simple elements, our knowledge starts out precise, but incomplete. We then proceed to build up into a simple, precise knowledge of the whole complex. So this process is called synthesis. The advantage of analysis is that it starts with what's certain, what presents itself to our senses, and breaks down and discovers the simple, lending the certainty of the complex to the simple objects. The advantage of synthesis is that it starts with the precision of the simple and moves its way up to the complex, lending the precision of the simple to the complex object. These two methods can be combined to get perfect knowledge. We start with what's common sense, what we see about us and what we have certainty about, and we analyze this down into principles where we have precision. Then we synthesize back up to a more perfect knowledge of the ultimate whole. Through this process, we must never deny our starting point in common sense, because that is our foundation in certitude. What we do, however, is we improve upon the common sense by using the precision of the simple. Can we discover the foundations of geometry and build up from those foundations using this combined method of analysis and synthesis? In our next film, we will look into that.